Hello, everyone. We're really excited. This is our last video, number 8 in our series.
Right?
We've been having a blast putting these together, and we're super excited to hopefully get some phone calls and get to meet a lot of people. So anyway, I'm Damon. This is my mom, Cynthia. We're here to help you beat foreclosure however we can.
We want to, since this is the final one in the series, I thought we would talk about what's happening right now that impacts you, your situation, everybody. Amongst those things, interest rates are continuing to climb and making the number of buyers for homes fewer. There are tons of new homes. 68% of people that had already put money down to buy a home are canceling out. Go into the grocery store. Inflation is continuing to rise. It's probably almost double of what we're hearing on TV. So that absolutely is not correct. And you know how hard it is now to pay bills. People are behind. There are last year 384,000 plus people that their houses were foreclosed.
Sure. Let me pull up just a couple of these screenshots. Yes.
Sure.
There's one of, I literally just pulled this off of the internet today. This is coming from ABC News, if I remember correctly.
So people are not even able to buy groceries. They're paying their gas bill and what have you with a credit card. So it has jumped to $1 trillion.
Almost $1 trillion. That is scary.
And it's never been anywhere
to nearly
near
$1 trillion.
That.
Wow, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York says that is an unbelievable statistic. Okay, I should probably pull this other one up here.
Sure. So part of the problem here is that people just do not have the money to survive. And with COVID, we've had all the problems with COVID. We have had prices of houses coming down, and that's most people's largest amount of equity. And this is, and supposedly the number of people that are being foreclosed had gone up in 2022 by 73%, and they're expecting it to go up even more in 2023.
This is another screenshot that I took off of my phone, 2023 economic update. This is incredible. As we just touched on, the credit card debt at $1 trillion. Look at the second point. And we mentioned this in one of the other videos, but this is just astounding to me. 64% of Americans, as we speak, are living paycheck to paycheck. And that includes people that are making over $100,000 a year.
It's just frightening.
That is really frightening.
I've obviously lived longer than my son, and this is in my lifetime.
I'm not going to say your age.
Please don't. But this has been one of the most difficult times financially, and for millennials who are hoping to get into their first home, trying to get loans when the interest rate is just going up and up. I just find it very scary. It's a very strange and scary time. We've got wars, you just name it. It seems like the weather is a mess, earthquakes, people being killed. It's just, I don't know. Every night I hear on TV that more people are being hurt. And so we have a very difficult environment in which to try to survive.
And we spent one of our whole videos talking about all of the emotions that can go into this process. And they're normal emotions to be feeling.
Right. There's depression, the suicide rates have gone up, the divorce rates have gone up in the last couple of years. People have lost family members. People are damaged from having had COVID physically for the remainder of their lives. It's just become something that's hard to even get your head around.
There was another statistic talking about teenage suicide the other night. Like even young kids are feeling hopeless, and those rates are going off the charts. Kind of crazy. Point number 3 there, Americans only saving 3% of income.
So you don't have any safety valve. Your hot water heater goes out and you don't have that extra money. Look at number 4. 1 in 3 can only afford a $400 emergency. Just this week at my house, I had 6 things that needed attention. So I had electricians and plumbers and the landscaper, and it's just, that's life. And so people are having a very hard time. We have one of our videos that you can go back and look at it that shows we just did a 10-mile radius around my home in Orange. I guess it was all of Orange County. And if you look at how many people that were in foreclosure,
I think it came up with just under 1,200 people just in Orange County as we speak.
Right.
That are in pre-foreclosure.
But if you did Orange County and you added to that people that were also in arrears with their property taxes, it went to over 10,000.
Right. So the property taxes and or the auction dates, the numbers are just skyrocketing.
And the bank and the government can foreclose on your house as well if you're behind in your taxes.
So people can sit there on social media and try to portray that everything is fine, but the reality is a lot of people are struggling. Do not feel like you're alone and do not be embarrassed about it. That's why we are here to talk to you, to be able to help you.
I had a little list here of things that I was going to.
Sure. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to close this one out, right?
Yes.
We don't need this one anymore.
No.
I'm going to stop, so now we'll go full screen again. Go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Some of the mistakes that you can make if you are in trouble. The first thing is just to bury your head. And it's like if you're very sick and you just don't go to the doctor. It's the worst thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
It probably will not get better on its own, and it's not going to go away. So that's a big mistake. Just doing nothing. There is that whole emotional factor. If you're losing your home, it's a huge issue. And so I just talked to a friend today that I've known for 50 years, and she's in the process of possibly having to sell her house. And she was in tears. It was a very emotional, an emotional thing. So you're going to have depression and anger and disbelief. And there's one whole video that talks about all those things. So one of the things is to accept the fact that this is happening, take the bull by the horns and say, what can I do? What are my options? And so we have done that. We have gone over all kinds of things. You can try to have your loan modified. You can try to sell your house by yourself. You can try to get cash offers. There are all kinds of creative financing things. A lot of it is because you don't know. You don't have the information. So that's why we would like to see if we can answer your questions. We had one video, our last one we did, where someone had written in some questions, very, very good questions, and we answered those. That's video number 7. Go back and
I was jokingly saying it could take us a half an hour to answer, and it almost did.
Yeah, right. So you can look at that. And we also want you to contact us because maybe we didn't answer a particular question. My design company, which I've worked with for over 20 years, is called Uniquely Yours. And I think it's because that's what every home is to me. This just kind of carries over into that. I'm not really doing individual design work anymore. I'm taking and using what I have learned there and applying it to helping people who are going to lose their home. It's heartbreaking. It's scary. We don't want the government because of your taxes, your loan people because of being behind in payments due to COVID or losing a job, or your husband died because of COVID, whatever it is. These are extraordinary times. And so we are trying to establish a situation where we can take my skills in design, Damon's skills in business and marketing and real estate, and try to see if we can't help you find an answer to work your way out of some difficult circumstances where it can be a win-win, where we can sustain our company and you can get the most equity you can out of your house.
Did you have a couple more points on that?
Yes. The other thing, a mistake you can make is just don't do anything that's proactive. I think half of what you need to do is just get some momentum, go on screen, talk to people, get some information. I've always wanted to know. I've actually had 2 bouts with cancer, and I'm a person that needs to know all the information. That's scarier to me not to know. If I know what's ahead of me and what I can do and what my options are, then I can move forward and I can be strong and I can fight. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to fight and try to beat your foreclosure. It will be stressful. Some people have asked us about hiring an attorney. Of course you can hire an attorney, but a lot of people in foreclosure don't have money to hire an attorney. So that is an option. But one of the reasons I've mentioned all of these things that are emotional and difficult and stressful is because the banks are counting on you having a hard time coping with all of that. Mm-hmm. So even if it's someone else, do contact someone, try to collect information. It's what's in here. It's what you're thinking, to try to get the right mindset.
Thought, you know what, we can sort of wrap things up with this. We'll go ahead and pull this up. This guy happens to be my wife's favorite actor. So so there's Liam Neeson.
And this is what it really does boil down to. You know what? Everybody thinks America's on a downslide and people are not standing up and fighting. Well, boy, oh boy. The one most important thing that you can do is to try to beat foreclosure. This is your life, your home that's being threatened. And so get in here the idea that you are going to collect information, you're going to make proactive choices, you're going to call people, and we would absolutely love to meet you, interact with you, answer your questions. If we can't, we will find someone who can give us the information and pass it on to you or connect you with that person.
I love this line here: the quality of your life, or thinking determines the quality of your life. I mean, how true is that? It's like sometimes we are our own worst enemies, and when we get in our heads, and let's say we have negative thinking going on, and it happens to all of us, it's funny the way that negative thinking steamrolls. It just seems like one negative thing after another.
It's the thing that freezes you and keeps you from being proactive. And I always say, just take the first step. Call the bank, go in, talk to a different loan officer, call us, talk to a realtor. A realtor can give you an idea of what your house in your area would sell for now, because it doesn't matter what it did a year ago. It's right now. Things are changing too fast and furiously. So, and that's something we can help you with too. We can actually, today we did that. We sent out a whole prospectus on a property and what the values are and what all the houses in the last, let's say 3 to 6 months have sold for, get an average price so you know what you're dealing with. Get some information. It's less scary the more you know. We will be honest with you. We would truly love to have a chance to talk to you and meet you. So Damon will tell you what to do to contact us.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. So now at this point, we're sort of wrapping up our 8 videos in this series. And as I mentioned before, we're going to probably do weekly updates from here on out. But at this point, the choice is yours. And as we're going back to those slides, you can do nothing. You can bury your head in the sand. You can feel sorry for yourself about what's going on.
Well, actually, all that's okay for a very short period of time.
Right, but the problem's not going to go away. We would love to be able to work with you and to help you and to be honest with you, as Mom was saying, to help you in this situation, in this crisis. Hopefully, it's not becoming a crisis,
well,
but it is.
Well, if you've been served papers
it's
on foreclosing on your home, that's a crisis to me.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Absolutely. So now the choice is yours. We want you to call us. We're not going to call you. You have to reach out to call us.
That's the other thing. That's how one of the things we're asked is, how are you different? We're different in that every time we've talked to somebody who is in the process of foreclosure, they'll say, I get 7 or 8 phone calls every day.
10 calls a day.
And I'm sick of it. And the people are going to, all they want to do is try to steal my house from me. And we aren't going to call you unless you ask us to call you, or we will be calling you back to give you information that we have looked up for you. And so that's how we are different. We want you to call us, and we really do look forward to meeting you.
Let's beat foreclosure together here. Yes. So on the site, we're going to be on YouTube here. The videos are going to be on YouTube. So on that YouTube channel, this is our YouTube page. So as I was saying, in a long-winded way of saying it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done. Up here in the top is the notification tab that you can click on. As I mentioned before, that just lets you know whenever we've uploaded new content, you'd be the first to know about it. That here is the website link for our company. If you click on that, that's just another way of getting in touch with us. We're also going to have the Zoom button built in, so when you guys actually see this, there should be a way to click on the Zoom button to schedule a Zoom call with us. If you want to see us over the internet like we're doing, in a video chat, video conference,
we love that.
We can do that. If you want to go that route, that's fine. Anyway, let me turn that off. And anyway, so that's it, right, Mom?
Yes, so we'll see you in about a week. We'll do our next update and shoot us questions. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we've gone over a lot in the 8 videos. If you made it through our last video of 26 minutes, you're my new best friend. That's fantastic. And
right.
Anyway, God bless you guys. Reach out. Don't be afraid to call us. We look forward to helping you. And we'll see you on the next one, which we'll probably be getting going sooner than we think. So,
yes.
Anyway, take care. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.